Hi everybody, I'm Uma Sri Janani. I'm specialized in counseling and psychotherapy. I upload videos on mental health to spread awareness. Today's video is based on Dr. Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love. He's also famous for his theory on intelligence, but today we are going to look at what he thinks about love. According to Dr. Sternberg, we need three important factors to make up a loving and long term relationship, which is intimacy at the top of the triangle, which is the emotional connectedness or bondedness with another person, a feeling of trust. Then passion, which is at the bottom left corner, that is the attraction we feel for someone, which can also be sexual attraction. And on the other hand, we have the commitment, which is a conscious decision we make to be with that someone for a long term. And when none of these is present, it means it is non love, which means it might be a professional relationship or your relationship with someone who you just met. So, now coming to intimacy, if you have only intimacy and no passion or commitment, it's kind of a friendship. So, that intimacy is emotional connectedness or bondedness you feel with that person. Coming to intimacy plus commitment, you see this in old couples where the passion has faded off and they feel just very, very close to each other emotionally, and they feel very committed to being with each other for a long term. So, commitment is an intentional decision that we make to be with that person. But when you have only commitment, but like a contract with another person, like we see in arranged marriages, where there is not much of intimacy, not much of passion, at least in the initial stages of an arranged marriage, it is called an empty love. And in those kind of relationships, not just arranged marriages where there is only commitment to be with each other, they live like roommates. These kind of relationships feel very unfulfilling and might even collapse. Now, looking at passion and commitment together, it is kind of a whirlwind of romance that leads to commitment for a long term, but just fizzes off very quickly. And we see this mostly in in some celebrity couples where they get married and they get divorced in a very short period of time. That is because a very important component, which is intimacy, the emotional connectedness, the feeling of trust, is missing and therefore cannot be a long term relationship. Now, coming to passion, which is also called as infatuation, when you have only passion and you do not have emotional connectedness or trust with that person, intimate with that person, and you do not have any commitment, then you are infatuated with that person. You just like the idea of that person. The person's presence feels sexually exciting, or just you just like them for how they look, but you do not have any connectedness with that person. So this is basically what I might call as puppy love. Intimacy and passion, that is, you know a little bit about someone, you can trust them, and also you feel very attracted to them, but right now you do not have any commitment with them, is the kind of love we have for someone before we get committed to them. We just like them, we like talking to them. So this is romantic love. And when all three components, intimacy, passion, and commitment, come together, it's called the consummate or the complete love we have for someone. So, looking at the forms of love which we just saw, non love is when you do not feel anything for that person, no intimacy, passion, or commitment. And the beginnings of a friendship has a bit of intimacy but no passion or commitment. And infatuation is when you are attracted to that person and there is no intimacy or commitment, and the list goes on. It is interesting to note that Dr. Sternberg says that passion is the least important factor out of all the three factors. Dr. Sternberg states that we all have patterns. That is, one person might be more interested in intimacy and another person might be more interested in commitment rather than intimacy or passion. So it is important that when you that you have to know your own pattern, and when you look out for a partner, they should have a similar pattern. Otherwise, the relationship will get into trouble. Also, that a relationship grows and does not stay the same. So at one point in time, intimacy might be the most important thing at that stage of life, but as a relationship grows, there might be other factors that come into play. So when you are in a relationship, it is important to state what your needs are to your partner so they can accommodate that, and you can also be accommodating to your partner. It is also quite interesting to note that Dr. Sternberg states through his research that love is actually a bunch of little things rather than one big explosion of feeling, and that maintaining a relationship is the most difficult and the most beneficial part rather than, looking at it as a state of destination. I hope this helps. Please like and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.